Hey, welcome to another Alienware 14 video. This time I'm bringing you a review of my own personal laptop, which I purchased in October. This review will not cover performance. I've uploaded about 11 videos covering a variety of games, looking at how well the Alienware 14 copes at maximum graphics quality. If you've watched any of them, you'll understand that this little laptop is quite the beast and can handle a lot. That's not to say you'll be getting 100 plus FPS on Ultra in Battlefield 4, but it will play at Ultra. So please do check out my other videos if you're interested in seeing how well games run, and please do say in the comments below if you want me to test anything. So on to review. I'm just going to quickly boot the machine up so you see the performance time for it to load up to the OS. I've gone for the normal hard drive, not the SSD. So you're looking at around 25 seconds for it to boot into Windows 7, which isn't amazing, but it's not too bad. If you go for the SSD, you're probably looking at closer to about 10 seconds. The SSD isn't necessary unless you've got the money. If you've got the money, then by all means go for it, but the money is best spent elsewhere. Either way, the hard drive can be easily replaced. The bottom of the laptop just slides off and you can just clip in a new card if and when you need it. I've gone for Windows 7 and not Windows 8. Do not go for Windows 8, it's not designed for games, it's built really for tablets, and so it's got a really frustrating UI. Alienware sends you the disk with the OS on as well, so obviously if you do go for Windows 8, it's very difficult to then change your mind. I've gone for the 1920 by 1080 resolution. The Alienware 14 comes with two resolutions, which is the 1920 by 1080 or the 1366 by 768. I wouldn't go for the 1366 by 768 unless you're looking at the very basic model. 1920 by 1080 is basically the standard kind of minimum resolution, I would say, these days. And you know, even if you look at the MacBook Pros with the Retina display, they're a lot higher than that. So one of the best things about this generation of Alienware is the choice of a matte screen, so I've gone for that. Don't go for the glossy screen, you'll regret it. You know, if you're playing in a dark room, you might be okay, but otherwise you'll have lots of reflections. And if you take the laptop outside, it basically turns into an expensive brick. The screen is fantastic, extremely vibrant. I did buy it thinking I'm going to use my other monitor, which is a kind of 3D 120 megahertz monitor, which I thought was very good, but this thing just blows it away. In regards to GPU, I've gone for the GTX 765. I highly recommend going for this card if you can afford it. The 750 isn't that great unless you're running at the lower resolution of 1366 by 768. You also got quite a lot of overclocking potential with the 765, possibly making it up to a 770 because of the amazing cooling that the Alienware 14 has. So it's worth also mentioning when I'm talking about graphics, the switchable graphics mode. This is sort of kind of basically turns off your dedicated graphics card when you're running on battery and uses the more efficient integrated card. The integrated card is actually quite good, but I found a major problem with the software, and I've seen other people have it too, where despite trying to force the game to use a dedicated card, it would actually use an integrated card, leading to performance loss. So I've disabled this, but if it works for you, you might find it useful to save battery. Personally, I never game on battery. So just to show you the aesthetics of the laptop. So you've obviously got the colour scheme, Alienware logo here, PowerPoint, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. All lights up, all different changeable colours, either pulsing or merged as I got there. Got a touchpad, which is awesome, especially good if you're gaming in the dark. Again, you can choose any colour you want from that. Bottom, you've got these two lights that go right round the outside, like that. I won't talk about the USB ports or anything like that, because you can easily find that out. But I was a bit disappointed that it hasn't got a HDMI in, because the screen is that good, I wouldn't mind running my console on it. So if I just turn it around, you've got the Alienware logo here, and two stripes here that light up. Also, this generation of Alienware is a lot less aggressive than the previous, so you can see by the grille it's a lot more smoother. There we go. It's worth mentioning the weight of the laptop. A lot of reviews I've seen say it's heavy. That's just not the case. You can pick up with 2 fingers. carry it around, take it upstairs, take it in different rooms, take it out with you. It's not heavy at all. Obviously, if you compare it to the MacBook Air, it is, but it is a very powerful computer. So I'm just going to look at some of the other things. So I'll take this camera off here. So some negative points. I'm not sure if that comes out well, but the laptop surface picks up grease really easily. I'm not a greasy person, but the keys get a bit greasy, as well as the palm rests. Also, I've had the laptop for about 6 weeks, and the corner, which I presume is a film or something, has chipped off. I'm a bit upset about that, to be honest, especially after having it for such a short time and looking after it. So that's a defect. Also, it seems to, gone out of focus. It seems to have fixed itself, but number 1 key was really sticky when I first got it. So that was a bit annoying. Other things I want to cover is the hinges. The hinges on this laptop are really good. You can have it at any particular level. Apart from that level. And it stays, no problem at all. No creaking at all. It's gone and turned itself off. Switch that back on. The fans are not noisy at all. The occasional game will ramp them up, but compared to, say, a desktop, you really don't notice, especially if you use headphones. The sound quality on the laptop is, again, really good, but I always use headphones. Moving on to the last couple of things, I'll just give you a quick 360. So the power lead, again, a lot of people say it's heavy. It's not. It's about 1 inch thick, 6 inches in length and about 2.5 inches wide. Really light, and I just throw it in my bag and forget about it. And the last thing I want to talk about, as I said, this would be a short review, is the carry cases. So I went for the official Alienware neoprene case. I think you can also get a Alienware rucksack, which is about 4 times the price. The case is not bad. I did have an M11X with a neoprene case, and I much preferred that one. It's a lot more snug, and it didn't have these handles or bezel around the outside, so that adds some some width or some bulk to the laptop. Also, because it's quite loose, the laptop doesn't feel as secure. But for, well, 20 British pounds, you can't really go too wrong. Anyway, as I said, this will be quite short. I hope you find this video helpful. If you've got any comments, you've got any questions that you want to ask me about the laptop, if you want me to test any games, then please do let me know. So thank you ever so much for watching.